Hello guys, and welcome back to me, Yanu, for another video. Now, normally I do gaming, normally I do comedy. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I've been doing a few of these videos. I've not scripted them. I should have done them months ago, and I just left them because that's what happens here, you know. So if you want to subscribe because I do videos when I can. I don't just bombard you with loads of videos every single day and tell you to subscribe and you'll just get notification all the time. It won't happen with me, you know. I might do some videos one time, another time I might not do them for a while, so you won't see me because I'm a small channel, and it just basically, it'd be pointless, right, for me to say that. So anyway, let's get on with this. Football. I love football, right? Who doesn't? I mean, people don't, but you get the point. Now, the point is here, it confuses me. It confused me a bit. Now, I can understand they can test footballers. I can understand that they can go through precautions by not you know, having obviously a crowd, so they're all together and taking risks. I can understand all that. That completely makes sense, and I want football to go ahead more than the next fanatic, right? But the point is here, I'm a bit confused by things, right? Because they can have tests, but you have to have procedures, like you can't shake hands, like in real life you can't shake hands, right? And you know, again, if you go to the supermarket, if you go wherever and you buy things or you do things, everybody has to have regulations, and you can't be doing the wrong thing. But it leads me to a bit of confusion, to be honest. I get completely confused with this whole thing, where you've got the test, you've got all these procedures and everything. You can't shake hands when you're on the pitch. And I've seen them, I think it's in Germany, where instead of shaking hands or celebrating and hugging and all this, they're sort of, you know, like with their elbows like this, right? So they're just giving it a little tap. But what I don't understand is, how are they going to manage things like, for instance, the biggest thing that stands out for me on a pitch, right, is spitting and snotting, right? When they walk around, have you seen them running around in the heat or the cold, and they're just spitting on the floor, right? Now, they say that's the worst thing. Anything mouth, anything eyes, and anything nose that can get into you can infect you, right? So, in other words, if you shook someone's hand, it's not advisable. But again, you should wash your hands, you should sanitise. And on a football pitch, you can't really go, oh mate, yeah, hang on, I've just got loads of sanitiser. Right, let's do it again. I've just scored, hug him, let's wash, let's get in the shower. Now we come back out on the pitch. You know, it'd be too confusing. But that's the problem, you see. You can't have anything eyes, nose or mouth. Now, if in the past you spit, now it's like having a mask on, right? If you've got the sneezes and stuff, the mask is to stop it, you know, achoo, and it just goes flying out, right? So it's to protect you, but you can't wear a mask in football because it restricts your breathing, right? And that's going to be really hard in the hot. Now, even then, so you take it off. Now, are they going to have those procedures, do not spit, do not snot? Because once you do that on the floor, you might think, well, that's okay, I'm doing it on the floor, I'm not sneezing at the guy. But the problem is the ball is flying around everywhere, right? The ball is rolling on the floor, it's bouncing on the floor, and it's going to inevitably hit whatever's on the floor that you're running on and spitting. And I've seen them sanitise. I've seen them sanitising the goals, you know, with a spray and the floor. But the point is, if you were to accidentally spit on the floor, or snot on the floor, and think, oh my God, what have I done? I shouldn't have done that. You know, and then the ball's bouncing around, the referee's running with them. It might hit him in the balls. You know, the referee sometimes is there, hits him in the balls, and he grabs his balls and goes, oh my God, that hurt. And then he's like, oh, and then he might touch his face by accident. You know, and that ball's touched that spit that's gone on his balls. That's now on his hand. That's now on his face because he's rubbing his face going, oh my God, they're my balls, you know. It just hit me. And then he don't realise he's touching his face, right? And it's just obvious. So then the next thing you know, obviously they got ahead of the ball, ain't they? Unless they have a corner and they kick the ball for the corner and they're all there gonna, right, I'm gonna defend it, or I'm gonna go for the goal, and they're like, oh, I can't header it because it's gonna touch my face, which it's been on the floor in that spit or snot, right? And it's gonna hit my head. But then, you know, somebody might go, yeah, but it's your head, it's not your eyes or that, but it's near it. And it's, what do? You sweat in the heat. You sweat in any time you run around. So as that sweat comes down, whether it was rain, whether it was sweat, right, it's going to come down to your eyes, to your nose and to your mouth. And, you know, sometimes you lick your lips because the sweat is going down and it's salty and that. But you got spit, snot, all on that ball, head of the ball, all over your face, sweat coming down, in your eyes, in your nose, in your mouth. I don't get it. I don't get it, you know. The picking up the ball, a throw-in. You know, you're going to have a throw-in. They've got to pick up the ball with their hands and throw it. Right, so they're touching it with their hands. Again, you're running around and you might accidentally, oh, blah, blah, I'm sweating, and you're rubbing your face. You know, there's so many things. So if you can't shake hands, these little things, you know, I can't understand the testing, test them, and no crowds, and no this and no that, but you've got all these little procedures. I mean, it's like, say someone needed to tackle, or you got the normal tackling. I can't shake this guy's hand, but I'm grabbing his top, and I'm grabbing his arm, and I'm pulling him because they have a tug together. It's just a bit, I don't know, it's just a bit beyond me at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on here or what's going to happen. But in terms of sport, these little things do make me wonder, you know, the tackling, the heading, the throwing, even down to the, you know, injuries. I mean, they come on with a stretcher, and, you know, they chuck the stretcher on the floor, and the guy might be laying on the stretcher, and they go, oh, sorry, we can't carry you because I'm within 2 meters of you. You know, I've got my PP in, I suppose, and then you've got to touch this and touch that. There's so many things going on, you know, and I mean, what do you think? You put in the comments, you say what you reckon, but honestly, you can't shake hands, but you've got all these other little issues, and I'd be interested to know what's going to go on in the future with this, because this is, you know, it's a bit confusing. Anyway, check out my other videos, check out the shopping one, check out the beach one, check out my gaming and my other comedy ones. And remember, if you're a happy gamer and you want to see me again, click the subscribe button and remember my name, Yanu. That's who. See you later, guys.